Zwadlo.
And I'm Trevor to Groot.
We're from the tribe.
And we're gonna work on some landings today.
And we'll do some height drops.
See ya.
We're gonna start with just a small drop off of a little wall. For this guy, you're gonna want to use what we call a slap out landing. Very important that you land on the balls of your feet so you can use your calf muscles and ankles, and you want to absorb all the way down with every single muscle in your legs. You can tell if you're doing this landing properly by listening to it. If it's nice and quiet, then you did it right. When you land, absorb all the way down, have your hands in front of you just in case.
You want to make sure that when you're in the air, you extend your legs so that way you can actually absorb the impact with your legs, as opposed to just being bottomed out in this position and hitting the ground like this, because then your body's not absorbing anything and all that shock is running through everything. The other thing you want to do too is make sure that your knees aren't locked, because if you lock your knees, you're not going to be able to absorb either, okay? Here's a quick demo.
Now that we're jumping off something a little bit taller, you're not going to want to jump when you're taking off, because what's the point of dropping from way up here when you can just drop from right here? Same idea of tucking your knees, but you're going to tuck it before you even take off. Preps your muscles for the landing, you can just extend and absorb. Nice and quiet.
Another option that you have when you're at a height like this is to use your arms to absorb on the object as opposed to on the ground when you hit. Looks a little bit like this.
Now that we're on an even taller wall, you're definitely not just going to want to take this drop because it's too big. Knees. I like my knees. I don't like concrete. My knees don't like concrete. So what I'm going to do is actually sit down. From this position, using my hands, I can lower myself down. It's a nice controlled drop.
Alternatively, from a drop like this, if you don't want to be an old fogey like Mr. Legendary, what you can do is you can add a little flair to it. Instead of sitting directly on your butt, you can go from a crouched position, pop out, dick drop. If the height drop that you're taking gets to be massive like this, and you don't want to break anything like Mr. Old Guy over there, it might be best for you to try and hang down into a cat position and take the drop from there. Like so. Boom. 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 Boom.
Now these youngsters these days, I don't know how they do it. These guys, I don't even know how long they've been training, but they take these huge, massive drops, and it doesn't seem to hurt them at all. God, how did you get off of there? I didn't even hear you land. Knees of steel.
So I'm Trevor to Groot.
Chad Zwadlo.
That was the height drop tutorial.
Make sure you guys train hard, train safe.
We'll see you next time.
Tribe out.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay.